Yo, what's poppin'? This your boy EJ, aka Sir Evangeline Joseph, aka Mr. 10 Feet, aka Stubby Fingers, aka The Bully.
But you going out of order every time. Every time you get your intro.
Well, I'm an unorthodox being, okay?
It's your boy Wayne Willmatic Beast, Mr. Free Coast. That's all I got for you today.
No golden boy? Your golden day? Your bronze days.
We got another special guest in the building.
Hey man, dancer.
What?
Artist.
What?
Entrepreneur.
Talk to him.
Man. Legend.
Icon. You got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Let these people know.
She said I do a little bit of everything.
Everything.
I really do.
Look, teacher.
That.
Instructor.
All of that.
Portia motherfucking Brister.
Yes.
What's poppin'?
I love that.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey man, I'm beautiful.
Right. I love that. Yes.
We like to start the show off with this question because we need to put ourselves on the map.
Right.
Where are you from?
I say I'm from Columbus. You know, my parents, military. They're from Mississippi, so most of my family is in Mississippi, but I was raised here since I was like 3 or 4.
Oh.
So yeah, that's all I know.
You said 706.
That's all I know, yeah, 706. It's a 4, okay?
You better let them folks know.
Let them folks know. But when I go out of town, I'll be like, I was raised in the house, so I ain't really with it.
I didn't jump off the porch.
I was still on the porch. I just watched from the window.
I ain't mad at you. How did you grow up?
Honestly, my parents were super into church, so that's where I was at almost every day of the week for a long period of my life.
Every day.
Almost every day, yes. Wow. Yes. And so, I was really into academics. So, if it was school.
You're an IB kid.
Yeah, I was in IB. I was in a whole bunch of extracurricular activities. Like, when I graduated, I had, like, hella course and shit. But, like, none of that shit matters.
That was going to be my
After you graduate, none of it matters. Like, nobody gives a fuck at all.
Fun, though.
Was it really? Was it really?
IB shit was stressful.
Was it really?
Listen, I ain't had no course, so I don't know.
Was it worth it? I don't know. I'm a college dropout now, so it's like,
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I dropped out.
What school you went to?
I was going to Georgia Southern, then I transferred to Georgia State, and then when I got there, I was just like, you know what? This ain't for me. And so I just dropped out.
What were you taking up?
I think that was the problem. I started out with graphic design because, like art and shit.
Right.
Then I let folks get in my head like, oh, you ain't gonna make no money, but like you can make hella money in graphic design. Like the world is digital, so it's like that was dumb. So I changed it to marketing, and then I hated it, but I tried to keep going with marketing, but I was just like, this shit is whack. I hate it, and so that was the downfall for real of my college experience.
You're a woman of many hats.
Yeah.
What all do you do?
Actually, right now I'm trying to focus more on like a few things versus being so spread. Mm-hmm. But right now my main focus is, of course, my business, Gardens Beauty. I'm an esthetician, licensed, because a lot of people can't say that. Licensed esthetician. Okay.
She came out with a gun.
I'm a licensed esthetician, so I do skincare, waxing, and stuff like that. I'm just looking to grow and expand that. I also do like a dance show. I don't know if we picking that back up or not. We was talking about it with, I don't know if y'all know the Ignorant Noodle, Dre. But we were working on that together, but I'm not sure if that's going anywhere. Mm-hmm. But those are really my main 2 projects right now.
Okay. So was dancing your first love? Or what was your first love?
Like way back in the day, honestly, I think singing was my first love.
You sing?
I don't. Not anymore. I don't. Like,
say,
it's
go
just
ahead,
something that kind of faded. Oh, heck no. Heck no. Heck no. Singing was really, like, my first love. Like, something that I really enjoyed. Like, growing up in church, like, I did sing in the choir, you know, on the praise team, you know, leader. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that ended quickly, and then I really got into like
depressing as hell.
It's not depressing, but I feel like with singing, it's so much pressure. Like that's nerve wracking. Like it really is. And so I just got out of that, and I started dancing more like at church and then at school.
So somebody who's, you know, you said that marketing was whack. You know, but you have a business though, so like, how do you balance that? You know,
I still use the stuff that I learned. You know, I mean, business, you have to market or whatever. You have to know some marketing strategies and stuff like that. But
show your hoodie on the camera.
Oh yeah, Indie Baby. This is Gardens Beauty. You know, you see, it's really fire, y'all.
All that,
like it's really fire. It's hard as fuck. But yeah. What's I saying? Marketing.
Marketing.
I still use some of the stuff that I learned, but I just didn't want to study. Like, on some real shit, like, I was really depressed when I was in Atlanta. And I just had a lot of personal stuff going on, and I couldn't focus, and, like, it was hard for me to go to class. I failed one of my classes because I just wasn't going to the shit. Dead ass.
And I'm taking, you don't fail shit at all.
And
you never failed a class in your life.
At all. My work ethic is crazy. So it's like that affected me even more, that I'm failing and I'm struggling. And it's just, Atlanta's a different world. Like, I want to go back, but like, it's really a different world.
How would you taking those experiences the first time and then having to be humbled and come back home, like was it a choice, or was it like really no choice and you had to come back?
I think I did have a choice, you know.
Struggle.
I was living, you know, with some roommates and stuff like that. After I dropped out, I was working 2 jobs, literally like every day, like trash ass jobs. Kroger, fucking putting shit on the shelves.
Oh, you was a stalker.
Yes,
damn.
Working hard.
No,
hands rough as shit.
No shout out. We they ain't paying nothing on that.
They not $9. $9 to be a slave? Hell no. I was working there in TJ Maxx, and I was working hard. Like, I work hard. My work ethic is crazy. So it's like I'm really putting a lot of energy into working. And so they saying the shit too. They like, I mean, if all the employees are like you, okay, give me a raise. Like, what are you saying? But around that time, I had the idea to go to school to be an esthetician. And so I was in an interview. I found this great school in Atlanta. And I was in an interview, and I had to tell them about myself. And they was just like, well, our only concern is that, you know, you work 2 jobs, and this is a full-time program. So we don't want you struggling, you know, to come to school and not being able to maintain your lifestyle. And I was like, damn, like, that's real. You know what I'm saying? That's real. I do need some money. So I really thought about it. And then I decided, I was just like, well, maybe I should just go back home so I can go to school down there and then come back when I'm ready.
So when you say you have plans on going back, like what would you do different?
Ooh, a lot. For one, I will make sure I'm stacked up before I go. Because anything can happen. Like, life just happens. Like, honestly, they grew me up, like, for real. I was very much a daddy's girl, very much dependent on my dad. And so it's like, when that got taken away from me, or that raw relationship kind of shifted, it's like I really was out here by myself, I felt like. And so I was just like, okay, what the fuck? I'm broke as fuck. I'm hungry as fuck. I don't got nobody to really call for real. Because all the niggas going through the same shit. Like, my whole family was going through some crazy ass shit. So it's like, so next time when I go, I'm definitely going to make sure I'm stacked up. I'm definitely going to, I mean, you really just have to have, like, a hustle mentality. Like, I mean, again, my work ethic is straight, but, like, at the time, I didn't know about hustle. Like, I really didn't. And I feel like in Atlanta, there's so many opportunities to make money.
Right.
Like, you can throw a rock and make some money in Atlanta, for real, if you hungry enough. So, definitely that. Definitely making more connections, getting out the house. Mm-hmm. You really got to be on the scene. That's with anywhere, even here. But I'm so like introverted for real. Like I hate being out. I hate really like, I don't know. I'm trying to be on some fuck being humble type shit. Like I'm gonna pop my shit regardless. Yeah. But like I'm really not like that. Like I'm so laid back. Like I really am. I don't give a fuck. I'm like shit. They fuck with me. They fuck with me. But I don't know.
So you. It's more so like you introverted, but your art, and whether it's dancing, mm-hmm. whether it's painting, whether it's your business. I had to look up what the esthetician.
Yes, a lot of people don't know what the esthetician is.
I mean,
I didn't know until I wanted to do it.
Nigga, I didn't know how to say it.
That's facts.
I was like, I didn't want to come on the pod and be like, Esther.
Practicing the word.
You gotta Google search and hit the
little microphone.
Yeah. Right.
So, like, even that, it's still a skill that you gotta hone. Mm-hmm. So you constantly working at it and you letting that speak for yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly me. Like I like for my work to speak for myself. Like I'm competitive low key, but I don't feel like people would really know it because I'm a sneak attack type of person. Like I don't talk shit. Even it could be as simple as I went top golfing with some friends one time. I don't talk shit, but it's just like so like enjoyable beating somebody's ass and not saying nothing. That's how I am. Like I was winning the whole time, but they talking shit, and I'm just like, oh okay, like
I'm on your ass.
Okay, right? They be like, damn, Portia beat it. Yes, like it's always been like that. But that's with like everything. Like I really like be into it. I study my craft. I'm striving for excellence. Like I'm a perfectionist. That's a good and bad thing, but like I'm very much that.
How do you channel those things that you've been through just in life in general into your art?
With painting, when I'm sad, that's when I paint, honestly. I don't paint happy.
So you mean to tell me you painted the Tellus cover crying?
Okay, no, that was a gift.
You were sad?
That was a gift, okay? That was a gift. But
turn on Keisha Cole and slap her. Should have cheated.
Heck yeah.
Every stroke.
Slapping that Corvette.
With every stroke, there's another tear falling down the face.
Relax. But yeah, that was a gift. I enjoyed that. I was trying to make it, look good or whatever, but like a lot of my stuff that I just sit down and paint, like I really have like a lot of emotions built up. Mm-hmm. Right. Like, and that's with dancing too, honestly. I feel like it's better for me if I have a lot of stuff built up because it's like a release for me.
Real therapeutic shit.
Yeah, it really is. Like, even when I was in Atlanta, I was on a dance team at Georgia State. And, like, when I say I really was sad, I was crying, like, every day. Like, literally crying every day. I would be crying on my way to practice. As soon as you get out the car, I got to make sure you're straight. Right. Get up out the car, I feel better after practice.
So, what, of course, we know what drove it to you. So, like, what eventually, how did you get out of depression? Like, if you was to talk to yourself back then, like, what would you tell yourself?
I don't know what I would tell myself, but what I did, like, I started making videos trying to encourage other people. But some people thought it was like shade, but I'm like, no, this is literally what I'm going through, and I need an outlet to like release this shit because like I'm going crazy. Like that was my outlet. Like I started making YouTube videos, just trying to motivate niggas, and then I stopped that. And so honestly, the turning point for me, I used to watch Michael Todd videos, and he came to Atlanta. He came to Stone Mountain. And so I was like, oh, I'm going. Because, like, I freak with him or whatever. And so, honestly, I can't tell you what the message was about. But this lady came up to me because we had to pray with our neighbor. And so this lady prayed with me. And she was just, like, asking me questions like, are you saved? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah. I think so. You don't think I am? Like, what is God telling you? Like, that's how I felt. Like, why? I am, but why? And so, she was just like, I feel like you searching. I'm like, yeah, I really am. Like, I'm at a lost point. I'm at a low point right now. And so she invited me to do like a fast with her. And I did it. And honestly, that changed my life. Like, it really did. It gave me so much more perspective. And I don't know, like, things just became more clear for me. Like, I really was, like, praying. I didn't fast from food, but I fasted from, like, social media for, like, 2 weeks or something like that. And I really was praying because, like, I really was at a low point. Like, I didn't want to work at Kroger and TJ Maxx the rest of my life. Like, I really was desiring more for myself. And that was really the turning point for me.
Is religion still a big part of your life today?
Honestly, I was thinking about this the other day because I'm like not super big on religion, like, but I do want to get back into it, you know, but it's not something that I kept when I got out the house because I think it was just so much for me as a kid, but, I do want to get back into it. I was watching one of my favorite movies. Well, it's not a favorite movies, but have y'all seen Lil Nicky or Nikki or something like that?
Yeah.
Right. I was watching it the other day. I love that movie. And so I was like, wait a minute. Is this blasphemy? Like, what's going on? Like, it made me feel some type of way. And so I was like, dang, man. I really fell off. But I'm going to get back right.
But, like, it's you though.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
How can you like compromise with yourself?
Right.
When it comes to that, like, some people would say that, you know, religion is hypocritical or whatever. Like, did you ever feel that way, or did you ever like question a lot of stuff? When
I say I could write a book on all the crazy shit that I've seen in church, I was there almost every day for like years of my life. So I've seen so much crazy shit happen in church. And it's just like, these are the people that I'm supposed to be looking up to. Like, I really was confused for a long time. Like, once I left Columbus, I really was confused. I didn't know who to trust for real. Like, it was, try not to say too much, but like, it was a lot. And I told some of my friends, like, it's a thin line between this is what God says and this is what I'm saying. This is what I want you to do, or this is what God wants you to do. And like, I feel like once that gets in your head, it's like mind control almost. Like, a lot of people go to church because they're vulnerable. They go to church because they need something more, you know, like me, like with my fast, like I was looking for something more, but luckily it didn't turn out bad. But some people are very vulnerable, and people do take advantage of people. And for me, like, I'm very skeptical now, like, with that whole situation, system, because it's like, I've seen some crazy shit, like, I really have.
So you would classify yourself more so like spiritual?
Yeah, I do. I'm still a Christian, but yeah, I do identify as being more spiritual than like religious. Having
a relationship with God.
Yes, more so. Yeah. Yeah.
Tell us about being an esthetician. Like, how did you come into that? My boyfriend at the time, you know, I used to give him facials like in the bathroom and stuff. And so I was like, this is something that I actually enjoy doing. But it's so ironic because that's like my least favorite service now. Like, I hate facials and skincare, but I like waxing now. But that kind of got me interested. I was thinking about going back to school. And I'm like, I like skincare. Should I be like a dermatologist? But I'm like, me being a doctor, no, I don't want to do that. So I'm like, nah, that ain't gonna work. So I feel like esthetician was the next best thing. And I looked it up. It took like less than a year, the program. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. That's perfect for me. And so, honestly, it's been up ever since. For real. Do you think that school was, like, slick kind of shoved down your throat?
Yes. Okay, so I am getting into nails, too. So, I'm going to be, like, a waxer and a nail tech. Because, honestly, nails is something that I always wanted to do. I remember this one memory from high school. It was senior year. And we had to put together a presentation about, like, our future plans, like, our top 3 schools that we want to go to, whatever. And so my presentation, I was like, I want to go to Georgia Southern or I want to go to Spelman. I want to do X, Y, and Z. And then on the last slide, I didn't have a third college choice because I didn't care. And so I was just like, if I had things my way, I would just open up a nail shop. And so Josh, I don't know if you know Josh.
Of course.
Hutchison. Yeah. He always been so pro-black. But like he raised his hand and he was the only one that kind of said something like constructive criticism type stuff, and he was just like, I mean, it was cool, but I didn't really like the ending. If you had it your way, like, what do you mean by that? Like, if that's what you want to do it. And I didn't understand that at all. I didn't, because I'm like, but this is what I'm supposed to do. Like, I'm supposed to go to college. I'm supposed to study X, Y, Z. I'm supposed to get a job, like, in corporate America or some shit like that. But it's like, I didn't get it at the time. I really didn't. And so it's like, now I'm here years later doing the same shit I wanted to do originally.
When did that mindset switch for you?
When I got to Atlanta, honestly, I don't know, like, I've always wanted, my teacher in high school, she put us on to 7 streams of income, right? She's like, most millionaires have 7 streams of income, and so from that moment, that was something that I always wanted too, because I'm like, oh yeah, I want to be like rich. And so entrepreneurship didn't come about until maybe a few years ago. Like, honestly, I wasn't thinking about it. I've invested a lot of money in different businesses that people don't even know about. I just wasted it because I'm like, oh, I could do this because like I'm talented. Like, honestly, I really think my strength is that I learn quick. Yeah, so it makes it seem like I'm good at everything, but I just learn fast as fuck. And so it's like, that is also a bad thing because it's like I can be good at whatever I really concentrate on, and it's like I be all over the place sometimes.
You be burnt out too, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I really do. And so that's why now I'm just like, let me just focus on one thing, maybe 2, but just relax.
How hard is that? Oh, but I ain't mean to cut
nah,
focusing on one thing?
Yeah, focus on one thing.
It is boring, honestly. It really does. Even with my business, like, I like graphic design and stuff like that, but I hate doing it for my business. Like, I just hate it.
You like doing it for other people?
Yeah, I can do it for other people, but for me, and also because I'm a perfectionist, it's like, I'll post heavy for like a week or 2, and then I'll go ghost for like 3 weeks. Because it's like, I hate it. It's so draining. It's like, so many decisions I gotta make for me, so many drafts because I don't like it, but it's fire, but I just don't put the shit out. So yeah,
that's crazy. So the cons and pros to being a perfectionist is really heavy in your life.
It is. It really is. It's like, it can push me forward, it can make me stand out, but it also can hold me back.
How do you where's the balance, man? Like, where do you find that?
I'm gonna definitely take my time. I'm definitely going to be on my time. Like, even with the shop I work at, shout out to Royal Glow Aesthetics with Raven Hudson, but she sat me down one day and was just like, so when you gonna quit your other job and just work at the shop full time? And I'm just like, I'm not. I'm not. Like, baby, that check is great. Honestly, but I mean, until I have a set goal. Like, I don't like for people to tell me how to do me. So it's like, what works for you, because she had to quit her job, and then that made her hustle harder for her business, and I get where she coming from, because that could very well be a thing for a lot of people, but for me, like, I gotta have that stability, I gotta have that cushion, because as soon as, like, okay, we in holiday season, so business is up right now for the beauty industry, because everybody want to look good, everybody want to get that stuff together, everybody gifting other people, you know, oh, go get a wax, go get your lashes done, or whatever. But after this, like, all of our clients done came and saw us before the holidays, so in the next couple of weeks, it's probably gonna be dry. Right. So it's like, I could be working at home, like, getting another check. Like, I make money almost every day. Like, for real.
She's a poppin' champ. Like, you need to pop your shit.
Right, I make money almost every day. So it's like,
let them folks know. One more time.
I make money almost every day. What Rico said? I make money every day. Like, why would I save? Come on now. But nah, I save. I ain't making Rico checks. But nah, like, I don't know.
Are you the type of person that writes everything down, like goal sheets?
Yeah, I have binders of just paper of scribbling all over the sheet. Like, I have notebooks everywhere, journals.
Sound like to me you got a lot of blueprints.
I do. I really do.
So we like to call them blueprints because that's how you build a house.
Right.
I really do. I go back and look. It's like sometimes I just got to get it out. Like, half the time I don't even go back and, like, re-look at the stuff. It's just ideas, like, getting it out of my brain, writing it down, seeing if it makes sense. I'm a visual person, too. So it's like I have to make a list. I have to organize it. Sometimes I just draw the shit out, honestly. But that's it.
When you do write down a lot of the different stuff that you write down, and you might sit it down and you come back, do a lot of times when you look back through it, you might have forgot about it at that particular time, but you accomplished it. How does that make you feel?
It feels surreal. The other day I really cried because I was just like, damn, like, I really be accomplishing my goals. Like, I really, like, this year has been crazy overall, but, like, personally, it's been, like, a really good year in my life. I really, like, focused and zoned in on what I wanted to accomplish, and I accomplished a lot that I wanted to. And I'm really proud of myself. And I rarely say that, but I really am. Like, I really am.
What all did you accomplish?
I got a space in a shop. You know, I'm running it as my own business. You know, I rent a room. My clientele has grown. Honestly, my only goal for my business is to just increase. If it ain't but $1 from the previous month, I just want to see some type of growth. And so, I've been in that shop since August, and I have grown every month since then. And so, I'm really proud about that. I don't try to be too hard on myself. I don't set, like, number goals because it's like, I want it to be organic. I don't want to stress myself out like, oh, I got to meet $1,000. And look, nah, it's going to come when it come. And I ain't even stressed about Columbus. Like, I do want to grow down here, but, I mean, I'm not planning on staying down here for that long. So, it's like, I got to figure out how I want to come back and forth, but I ain't really too stressed on that. But yeah, just growing my business, honestly.
So obviously, you're making bills.
Yeah.
You're paying them.
Right.
I can't remember what the number of episode it was. I'm really popping my shit right now. Because we really got,
y'all got
surplus.
seasons.
You dig what I'm talking about? And we got, listen, she's a fan. But Dacia on the Give Us Our Roses once said in that episode, she was like, sometimes she be stressing, like putting unnecessary pressure on herself. Right. And she'll go to her mom and be like, yo, did you are the bills paid? And she was like, yeah. Well, everything else is extra. Why are you stressing? Yeah. Right. That's huge. So it's almost like going back to what you was just saying about, like, you just want to, even if it's 50 cents, $1 more. Like, tell us about how did you realize that progression is really way better than perfection?
Honestly, I don't even know. Like, it just, me, I would stress myself out. Like, I overthink stuff. I will sit and just, I act hard, but I'm really, like, soft.
Bro, you a Virgo?
No, I'm a Sagittarius.
Bro, you got, like, a lot of Virgo qualities.
Really? Yeah. My dad is a Virgo, so maybe, I don't know. But, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, with my business, I feel like it's different. I really try not to be hard on myself because it's folks out here that want to do, like, I mean, not in a braggy type of way. They want to do what I'm doing.
No.
And they just not.
Pop it.
We're a platform where you pop this shit. Fuck. This the her garden.
Right. But it's like a lot of people that want to be, you know,
where you at?
Where I'm at, you know, and I ain't even nowhere, honestly, not yet. But I'm just trying to be more grateful, and I feel like honestly that too, gratitude is what transformed me from like my depressed phase or whatever, because it's like I had to look at my situation, and I started thanking God. Like, it was a bad, fucked up situation, but I was just like, I'm really grateful because it taught me, like, this situation made me into something completely different. Like, I was, I don't know, I was on some artificial shit, but, like, that shit really made me. And so I really started thanking God, like, thank you, because I needed that wake-up call. And so it's like, that's how I view my business. Like, honestly, it's not about money. Like, I know that's one of my goals, but it's never been about money for me. Like, I really take pride in my work. And my clients, they even notice it too. Because they're just like, oh, well, you know, you more gentle and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, because I don't care about speed. Like, I don't want to hurt you when I'm waxing you. Like, I don't like that. One girl, one of my first waxes, it was such a traumatic experience for the both of us. It was so traumatic. Like, she was like shaking so bad, in pain, and I was just felt so bad because I'm like, I'm fucking up. Like, I'm fucking up. Like, I don't ever want to feel like this again because I'm supposed to be a professional and this is going horribly. Right. And so ever since then, I'm like, nah, like, I'm just not gonna do that no more. And I really take my time, and I mean, it still hurt because hair is getting ripped out of your body, but it's way more gentle and considerate. Right.
So that's your worst experience, I'm assuming.
One of my worst experiences. I think that was the worst experience on my behalf that I messed up. Right. I think that's number one.
So you was like the rapper that bombed the show.
Yes, they was booing me. They put tomatoes and everything. I don't think she's gotten wax since then, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, but you was the one that, you know, had to teach me. But that was really bad.
She didn't hit you with the 0 out of 10 when I recommend.
Bars.
She did it, but I mean, I knew shit. I wouldn't even be mad. I was like, damn, sorry.
Right. Damn. So you like. So you didn't have that pressure on yourself or that like feeling of, damn, I really fucked up. Maybe I shouldn't do this.
No.
Or have you ever felt like that?
I felt like that once. One girl, she had sensitive skin, so she had a reaction.
Wow, but that's not your fault.
Yeah, it's not. And so I was just like, well, maybe I shouldn't, you know, do this, blah, blah, blah. And my mama was like, I mean, that's just one person. And I'm like, but I mean, my client, I ain't got the 7 clients right now. Like, what you mean? And so, I mean, after that, I was just like, okay, it's just one person. You know, I apologize, but she was just like, I mean, you were great, blah, blah, blah. But I just, you know, I broke out. And I'm just like, why you ain't tell me? It's like 2 weeks later. Right. Like, why you didn't tell me? Like, I appreciate constructive criticism. Like, tell me, give me feedback, because I'm going to take it and I'm going to improve. Like, I'm going to work on what I'm lacking in. Like, please tell me. But that was the only time that I felt like maybe I shouldn't do this particular service or something. But, yeah.
Do you feel like you perfected your craft?
I'm still a newbie, honestly. I just hit my year mark from when I graduated school. Like, I've only been out of school. Thank you. I'm only a year out of school. So I'm still a newbie. I still have a lot to learn, but I do think I'm fine. I do think I'm good, but I only get better, honestly. But I think I'm pretty straight.
For a newcomer, what would you tell them? Or a beginner? For
a beginner, what do I have to tell you? Take it easy. People gonna come. Sometimes just like you just gotta work with what you got. Like, I started out, oh my God, it was so ghetto. I started out in this, like, I don't even know if I should call it a spa, but it was
an establishment.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a building.
It was a business.
A room.
No, but really, it was a room. Very much that size. But it was a room, and I was sharing it with like 2 other people. And luckily the owner, I felt like it was a good, trade-off. Well, it wasn't 3 people sharing the room when I first got there. But I only had to pay him like 10% of my earnings. So, okay, I charged in like $50 for a Brazilian wax. I only got to pay him $5. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't getting that many clients. So, I couldn't afford much more than that because I didn't even have my full-time job at the time. Right. And so, yeah, but it became too much because he hired another esthetician who was also waxing. She's already established. She leaving like one of the popular places in town, so she got her clientele. So I'm like, why would you do that? And it's only one room. It's only one room that we all sharing. Right. You took us off the page, so we can't put our appointments on the same calendar. It was just a hot ghetto mess, but very humble beginning. Very humble beginning. But I feel like to newbies, don't be scared. I feel like as an entrepreneur, it's hard to put yourself out there. It takes a level of vulnerability, honestly, because it's like you allowing people to judge you, you allowing people to critique you. People could really make and break your career. This is your career, this is what you setting up, this is your legacy. So it's like I take that shit seriously, and it bothers me when other people don't take their craft seriously, because it's just like, then don't do it. Nobody is pressuring you to be an entrepreneur if you're not gonna put your all into it. So for newbies, if you gonna do it, do it. Right. And that's really what it come down to.
Can you see yourself teaching others how to be an esthetician?
Yeah. I don't know if I want to be a full-time teacher, but one of my major goals, maybe not teaching aesthetics, but I do want to have a mentorship program. That's why I wanted to stay in Columbus. It's part of me, I do want to, fuck with Columbus, but another part of me
you want to grow.
Yes, I want to grow. And Columbus just can't offer that. And it, my friends know, I am very conflicted about that because it's I hate when niggas leave because it's the city never gonna grow if everybody leaving to get put on or whatever, but I understand also. Yeah. And so, but I did want to do a mentorship program to train young girls in high school, because I feel if I knew about entrepreneurship in high school, I would have definitely did this sooner. Right. Because it's it's so much money in the beauty industry, y'all. It's so much money in the beauty industry alone. And so it's black people, I feel I don't know, maybe it's just, slavery trickled down, but we good with our hands. I am, for sure. I'm really good with my hands. And so it's I work better doing stuff. I don't read a book, do something on the computer. That's not me. I hate doing that shit. So it's well, I'm not illiterate. I'm not illiterate. Wait.
Nah, but I think we get you.
Right. I'm just, no, I feel it's so much more. And I went to Hardaway. It's a white school. It's majority black, but it's a white school. And I feel they saw me as, this smart girl from the east side, we want to push her into this role, I would ask to take art classes, I would ask to take healthcare classes because that's what I wanted to do, but I always was pushed into business because I felt they felt I was a strong leader, you know what I'm saying, and I could be, very much corporate, but that's not what my interest was. I was in accounting classes all the time. I like graphics, so computer applications really didn't bother me, but it's not what I wanted to do. Right. And so I feel when you in environments like that, they don't listen. And they just put you somewhere and you don't fit in. So it's really hurting you versus growing you as a person. So, yeah, I want to create something for young girls so that they know, you can do this, you can make money, you can do whatever you want to do. There's multiple ways.
There's mad stuff out there.
For sure.
How did you come up with the name?
It was inspired by my grandma. She passed away my senior year of high school, and I felt me and her, I don't want to say we were besties, you know what I'm saying? But, like, we spent a lot of time together.
Right.
And that was my girl, and she used to garden. And so my business started out, the name was Her Garden, and so I changed it to be more inclusive of our men. So now it's just Gardens Beauty.
So when did you always incorporate men into your field?
Yeah, I did. Right. But I mean, I understood. One of my homies, he told me, like, I mean, I wouldn't wear a shirt that said Her Garden. I'm like, but if he's supporting, you would. But I guess I don't know.
You like lame man nigga.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I'm like, okay, I guess.
Hold up. We need Gumbo to say it.
Lame man.
He put the emphasis on the L.
Right. But no, like, I mean, honestly thinking future tense marketing type shit too.
Right.
If I wanted to come out with products and shit, like, honestly, my goal, if I make products, I want to be in, like, Target and shit like that. Yeah. So it's like, just from a marketing standpoint, I thought Gardens Beauty would be more marketable than Her Garden. Mm-hmm. Right. So I did change it.
How do you deal with hate?
Hate?
Mm-hmm. And fear?
I don't. I don't deal with hate. But, fear, I don't know if I do deal with it because,
or how have you dealt with it? Like, you know, because everybody don't walk that lane. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially once again for a beginner or up and coming person that deal with, you know, self. Yeah. Because that's all it really is. But so it like, really is. How did you overcome fear, and what would you tell them? I don't think I've overcome it. I'm still very scared to do stuff. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I don't think that's something that really ever goes away. With entrepreneurship, like, you just gotta do it. Honestly, I do it scared. My mom, she was like, you just so fearless. Girl, I be scared doing a lot of stuff, but I just do it. Like, I believe in myself. I believe in what I'm putting out. If people fuck with it, they fuck with it. If they don't, they don't. I mean, I can only be me. For real, like, I really can only be me. And, yeah, as far as fear, like, if I'm too scared, I will procrastinate. Right. I'll come back to it. Like, I was supposed to be dropping something new for a minute, and I haven't dropped it yet.
What, a freestyle or something?
A new track.
No. But, like, I really do. I'm like, even though people who tested it, they just be like, no, it's fine. So I'm just like, I'm nervous. Like, I'm nervous when the shit don't move off the shelf. Like, it's just a whole psychological thing that sometimes I do really have to go through to, like, hype myself up to just do it. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, I mean, if it flop, it flop. If it don't, it don't. But you never know until you try.
Absolutely.
Who has the biggest voice in your life?
Honestly,
Ain't nobody ever asked you no shit like that.
Right.
She's like, I'm the biggest voice.
Right. That's what I want to say.
I mean, if that's what it is, then that's just what it is. Especially in today, and especially now with all you've been through.
I'm very independent. I don't feel like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that my family doesn't support me, because they do. But I feel like people could do more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't have that push, and that's another reason why I wanted to leave Columbus, because it's like, I be so low-key, I don't hang out with a lot of people, I don't fuck with a lot of people for real, and so it's like, in Columbus, the mentality here is like, they gonna go with who they know, they gonna go with who's popular, they don't give a fuck about quality, and I think, honestly, I would pop somewhere else because, okay, Atlanta, I observe, so Atlanta, they're very much into beauty. They're very much, we want the best of the best. So, nobody gives a fuck if they know you. If your work is good, they're going to come and they're going to pay. But here, it's a whole different type of fight. Mm-hmm. And I'm just not really, I don't got the energy for it. But as far as, like, voice, it's up to me. It's up to me. Like, I try to talk to people that's, like, in my corner, but they don't understand because they've never done no shit like this. So. You
got to talk to other entrepreneurs.
Right.
You got to talk to other estheticians.
But even then.
That word fly today.
Shit, if I'm saying it wrong,
you said it right. But nah, even with, okay, so the lady I work with, Raven, she on the shop. She's an esthetician. I mean, I talk to her, you know, but even then, like, I mean, I feel like she be on the same stuff I be on. Like, she's probably the closest person that, like, thinks how I think in this field. But even then, I'm just like, nah.
You don't get it.
Right.
You on you, I'm on this over here. Like, I'm on some other shit. But,
Is it tough being that, what? It's nothing wrong with being independent, but is it tough not knowing, not having people in your corner?
Very much so. Like, it's very lonely.
Right.
Because you
and
feel
sometimes
like,
by choice.
Right, and you feel like people don't really understand you, or people like downplaying you because they can't see the vision. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, I mean, that's honestly why I changed my major the first time. Right. Like, my parents, you know, they was talking to me, you ain't gonna make no money in that, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yes, I can. Like, I mean, it's a degree. You know what I'm saying? I could have started working for myself. Honestly, I still do edits and shit on the side. Honestly, that's one of my little side hustles. But, like, I mean, when people don't understand, they just don't understand. And it took me a long time to, like, accept that. That, like, okay, this is my journey. This is my life. I'm in charge. I make the decisions. Like, I even got more selective with what I share with people because it's like, I don't want people to diminish how I feel about what I got going on because they just don't understand, hating, or whatever their emotion is, but it's not support or love. Right. And so I just be like, how's everything? Great. Like, that's really how I be. Like,
What does love mean to you?
Love? Ugh. That's a loaded question. Love to me is very much understanding. I feel like it's understanding a person, why they are how they are, why they do what they do, and still being like unconditional with them. Like, I fuck with you regardless. Like, I know you like this. I accept you for how you are. I'm growing with you type shit. Like, that's what I think love is. But
does Portia love herself?
Yes, Portia loves herself.
Has she always?
She has not. She has not. I felt like a long time I was trying to be something that I really wasn't, but it's something that I thought I was, you know what I'm saying? But I never spent the time to truly understand me and feel comfortable with who I am. But I feel like now, I just turned 26. And honestly, 26 got me feeling way different. Like, I don't know.
26 that year.
Something in the biological clock just turned on for real. Cause like, it's just different and I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't. Like, I'm just gonna be me. I don't care what nobody have to say, even family. Like, I really don't care.
You turned up.
I'm turned up on their ass. Like, for real. Like, for real.
She said, look, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be an entrepreneur.
I was thinking about getting this big ass neck tag. Just to say fuck it. To piss them off.
What's stopping you?
I'm scared. I don't have any tattoos.
You got tattoos?
None.
What?
So to pop out with the big neck tag.
Right. They gonna be like, what the fuck is going on?
Man, that's a statement.
Right.
Like, big ass neck tattoo. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's...
Listen.
Ain't doing no interviews.
You see it?
That's hard.
Yeah.
Growing up, no, not even growing up, because I'm sure you did, but now, do you have any mentors or along your journey?
I did, and she kind of put me on. I was doing an internship in Atlanta. Excuse me, and this is when I was at Georgia State. I didn't really need an internship, but I just got one, just something to do with my time, and okay, so I was trying to pledge, right? Hell no, that is not me at all. No offense, but that's not me. I can't get with that shit. And I went to one of the meetings, And I just got so turned off how the girls was acting. I'm like, I'm not finna kiss nobody's ass to be in a group. That's just not me. But I felt like the organization was cool. Like, they were cool. But it's the people that, the interests, they was doing the most to me. And I was just like, I'm going to head out. And so, one of the guest speakers, Chantal, can't even think of her last name right now. But she had a business. She was an event planner at the time. And that's something that I was interested in. Random, but I was interested in event planning. And so I just approached her after the meeting and I was like, my name is Portia, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure if you have any openings for intern, but I'm interested. And she didn't, but she let me. And she was just like, email me, blah, blah, blah. So then, you know, I did interviews and stuff with her and she took me on as her intern and she put me on to so much. Like, she really did. I feel like she really made me into like an entrepreneur. Like, even the apps, the websites, all types of stuff she put me on. And like, even when she comment on like my business stuff, I be like, no, shout out to you. Like, I give her roses every time because I'm just like, bro, if it wasn't for you, for one, I would be crazy because up there I was going crazy, and two, like, you just taught me a lot in a short time. And I'm really appreciative of that because like, you didn't have to.
Right.
And so, and she even kind of put me onto the self-care stuff, like beauty spa type shit, because her business, it was called the Soa brand. She started out event planning. My internship ended, but then she brought me back on because she started another business, and it was like a self-care subscription box type of thing. I don't know if she's still doing it or she launched it, but she had a baby, so I think they kind of paused it. But she put me on because I had to do all this research about like self-care products and stuff like that, and so I'm just like, it's kind of fire. I like it. And so that kind of, honestly, that probably is what kind of got my interest into like, not so much aesthetics, but that kind of mindset of like self-care, worker and stuff like that.
You talked about operating through fear and being an introvert. How big is it just to take that shot and take that chance on yourself?
It's hard. Like, sometimes it's hard for me to go places that I don't know people because I have anxiety about it. Like, I really do. And so it's like one thing I have to build myself up to go. And then when you get there, you got to build yourself up to talk to folks. And I just, like, I feel like I haven't made it to that point yet. Like, I remember I went to this one networking event. And I went, but I didn't talk to anybody. And so I was just like, what was the point of talking? I mean, the point of going, because I didn't talk to anybody. I don't know what to say. I'm awkward. And so it's like, okay. But you have to like put yourself out there for real. And I'm learning that. I really am.
So do you find yourself like doing that as far as like, you know, you might want to fuck with somebody. And you might want to collaborate with somebody, but you know, because you looking at them as a fan,
right?
You know, from a distance, and they may not even know not necessarily who you are,
right?
People fuck with you, but they may not know that you're a fan,
right? I think I'm doing better, honestly. But I just took a nail class from this girl this weekend. She live in Atlanta. And she's pretty big. Like, she's popping in Atlanta. She do, like, celebrity nails and stuff like that. And so, I mean, I'm a fan. I told her I was a fan. I'm like, shit, I fuck with your work. You know what I'm saying? But it was cool. Like, I felt like, again, my work speak for itself. Like, that's just my whole mentality. I just don't feel like... I feel like you do have to put yourself out there. But me, like, I just... feel like I don't. Like, I don't.
Good
like,
dope sell itself.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. And I'm just like, my work gonna speak for itself. One of my 7th grade teacher, she texted me when I was in like high school, or maybe I had just graduated high school. I don't know. I don't even remember how she got my number. But she texted me one morning and she was just like, your gift gonna make room for you. And I always like remembered that. Like, that's something that stuck with me. I mean, it's in the Bible, but like, that stuck with me. And I'm just like, that's facts.
So that's the neck tattoo.
It should be, huh? It should be. You might be on the song.
Hey, what parlor is open?
You might be on the song.
But man, I'm not ending it. I just want to, look. Well, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
This right here is dope.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man.
This is dope.
But I just lost my
train. I know you said you don't, you don't really focus on the numbers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But where do you project yourself in the next 10 years?
In the next 10 years, I will be retired.
36 retired.
I'm retiring by 35. Yeah, I'm not working past 35.
Was that
not in any shape, form, or fashion?
No.
Like your money gonna work for you.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody look, Big Ben and Ulysses need to be working. Goddamn.
No, I'm not working. I don't like working. I learned that quick. I don't really like being told what to do. I don't like working. I mean, I like what I do. It don't really feel like work, but it's still labor, And I'm trying to hustle hard now so that I can set some stuff up so I don't have to work it off.
What's some stuff that Portia is into that people wouldn't think that you're into?
What am I into? I don't know. I feel like everybody knows I'm a dork, and I'm like...
Well, you know how many people listen to this?
Weird.
Everybody don't know you, Portia.
Listen! What am I into? I don't know. I don't know. That's right. What am I into? What am I into that's weird?
What's the last thing I Googled?
Well, shit, it could be music. Because music is a big influence on your life, obviously.
I mean, I only listen to, honestly, female artists.
Okay, that's fine. We do too.
I really do. I've always been like that, but I am especially like that as an adult. And it's not even on some feminist type shit. I just only, relate to what they talking about. I don't relate to niggas. So it's sometimes I can bop to niggas like Drake, you know what I'm saying? He make take him. He make bitch music regardless. But I really listen to female artists most of the time.
Like who?
On the way over here I was listening to Rico Nasty. I was listening to Megan Thee Stallion. Who else? I like Flo Milli. I'm trying to get into Tierra Whack. Who else?
Rap City. You like Rap City?
No, I haven't heard of her.
Oh, you sleep.
I know. Am I?
Oh, Jesus
I listen to local people.
You made this man almost have a heart attack.
I'm sorry. Put me on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Bro, you got to listen to Eve.
Put me on. Yeah.
You got to listen to Eve.
But
yeah, man.
I'm really not big on music though. And I'm a dancer. That's weird. But I'm really not I don't listen to the music when I dance. I just listen to the beat. Really the beat is this a bop. It's a bop. That's it.
So as a dancer, do you keep up with producers or is just that sound?
It's just the sound. I'll pick artists. I don't really pick on producers, but maybe I should, honestly. But it's just the sound. I really like certain parts of the beat. Honestly, it's weird, but I like claps and stuff like that. And I feel I don't know, if it got a good beat, you could do a lot with it. Yeah. And that's what grabs my attention first is the beat.
And I know you said that you really wasn't focused in your dancing at the moment. And it's more so therapeutic. But what are some of the styles that you're versed in?
Well, I used to be versed in jazz and stuff like that. But I'm old now and I haven't really been dancing consistently. So for now, I probably could still get away with it's technically called burlesque type style, but heel dancing, stuff like that, real sexy, hip hop. Yeah, I feel that's the easiest genre of dance at the moment. But I can't do all them leaps and stuff no more. I am washed, but I do want to train again. Like, that's the direction I want to go in with our show, Dancing for Awkwards. Mm-hmm. Because it's like...
How did that come about?
Dre hit me up. Like, I had, me and this girl named Gianna.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Gigi. We used to go to the rec and dance. And so I was like, yo, I want to do a dance class. So she was like, let's do it. And I'm like, you for real? She just like, yeah. So we did one for Valentine's Day in like 2018. And so we were promoting it, and Dre hit me up and was just like, can we interview y'all? And so I'm just like, okay, sure, maybe we doing something right, so I want to interview us. Our first class. And so from there, we kind of just built like a business relationship. And we didn't upkeep the classes, but he hit me maybe last year and was just like, let's do a dance show. And I'm just like, sure. Because, I mean, I wanted to do something like this. But this is one of the things that I wrote down. Like, when I tell you I have so many playlists and Apple Music trying to do, like, dance-related stuff. So many notes in my note app talking about dancing. And so he hit me, and I'm just like, yo, this is something that I wanted to do. It just was never the right time. And so we did it. But for the next season, I definitely want a few more things to change and go in a different direction because, for one, I don't want to make up the dances. That's a lot of pressure. I'm busy. I don't got time. Yeah. I just want to pull up, learn to dance, do it. That's all I want to do. And so I could be the host, but I ain't trying to do all that. And I like highlighting other people. I've always been like that. Even when me and my friend from high school, like, we were doing YouTube, and I would try to put on local artists. And so that's the direction I want to go into. So, like, I've been hitting up some of the local people here to see if I can use their music, and also trying to find local dancers to highlight their work so that we can all work together, all network, and then just make a show.
Where did that, like, sense of camaraderie, I think I'm saying it right, but yeah. Hey man, I know what it means. But where did that come from, and like really wanting to put Columbus on? Like putting other people on. I've
always wanted that. Like, I really want Columbus to pop. Like, I feel like it's a lot of talented people here, and I feel like the talented people really get overlooked a lot. Yeah. And it's like, and also in my mind, I feel like what you put out is what you receive. So if I'm putting out support, I'm putting out love, I'm going to get the same in return. But, I mean, side note, that's not true. But in the end...
It's true to a degree.
Exactly.
To a degree.
To a degree, it is. But I'm just,
A lot of niggas come to the table to eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Plate to go.
Exactly. But you got to be okay with that. I mean, if you pure, it don't matter. But, yeah, like, I just feel like what you put out is what you get, you know? So, like, I always try to do that. Like, when I was doing YouTube, like, I always was trying to put other niggas on. And, so, yeah, with the show, I mean, I do want to keep it going, but the only way is that way. Like, other people helping us out, because I'm not about to... For one, I'm rusty, so I need to train. Two, I just don't have time. I don't. And so I think it would be better. Like, the show would be way better. Like, it's Dancing for Awkwards. I'm awkward, but I'm also a perfectionist, so I'm like... cut, start over, but it shouldn't be like that, and I just think that the show will overall be better that way.
What does time mean to you?
Time? I don't know. It depends on what, I don't know, perspective, like being late. How I was late, I feel like that's disrespectful. I don't like being late, and I hate when people being late. Like, I'm a very punctual person, and so, like, I feel like that is a respect thing, but time as a whole, I don't feel like it really exists. Honestly, like, I really don't.
Why?
Timelines and stuff, I feel like that just puts pressure on you to be something that it's not ready. Like, that's helped me with my business, because I'm not on the timeline. I'm just letting the shit be. Like, I'm not trying to pressure myself. I'm not trying to rush anything. I'm just letting it be. Like, even with the stuff I'm dropping, like, I guess it's procrastinating, and maybe you should have deadlines, but it's okay if I don't meet the deadline. Like, I used to be hard on myself, like, no, it needs to come out on this day, but if it come out on this day, I'm doing like 17 revamps after that because I hate it. And so I found that just taking my time and just putting it out when it feel right.
What's a lesson that dancing, because you've done it for years, like what's a lesson, that one valuable lesson that you took from that and you applied it to your business?
I think dancing is the first thing that I really had to work at or work for. I'm good at a lot of shit again, but like, I wasn't the best dancer. Like, a lot of people don't know, at Hardaway, my freshman year, I was supposed to be an alternate. I didn't officially make the team. I was an alternate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so I was just like, y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up. Because they was like a competition team, and I didn't really do like jazz and stuff and technique. And they put your girl as an alternate, and I was just like, oh, hell no. And so I worked my ass off, and that same year we went to competition, and I won first place in my solo. Like, y'all got me fucked up.
Let them know.
That's an alternate.
As an
alternate.
She said she's Jordan.
Period. And so, like, but it's always been that. Like, even in college, I was at Georgia Southern. I danced at Georgia Southern and Georgia State. But at Georgia Southern, that team changed my whole dance life perspective, because they introduced me to some whole nother type of dancing. And so that was the first time somebody was so blunt with their criticism. Like, it was me and like 2 other girls, and we had to dance in front of the team, and the team was like 30 people. Like, we was deep as fuck. And so it was already nerve-wracking because we got singled out. 2, after we got done, the choreographer was like, y'all look like shit. I was like, no, she did it. Oh my goodness. But yeah, after that, who finna say that about me? Nobody. And so we got like nicknames, like, I guess like an organization, fraternity, sorority. We got nicknames on the dance team. And so mine was Phoenix, because after that I worked hard and I really like moved to the front of the dance, moved to like more small group dance performances. Like, it was like, you really came out of nowhere. Like, Phoenix, what they do, they rise from the ashes. And I was like, I love that name because that's very much me.
Another tattoo ideas.
Thank you.
Is it like an alter ego for you at this point in your life?
I think it was, but maybe not so much now.
Right.
I think it was.
What?
I'm just me now.
What?
It's who I am.
Bruh, have you not heard this whole, we don't like to call them interviews, even though that's how we gotta like communicate with people.
Right.
But like, we call them conversations. This whole conversation is like, about.
Watch me get it out the mud,
bruh.
Nigga.
It is.
This whole conversation, this is what I got from it. Progression.
You
know what I'm saying? Like, rising from the fucking
the ashes. That's who I am.
Like, that's
you.
you.
That's the perfect name, honestly, for me.
That's you, bruh. Phoenix, bruh.
Well, maybe, yeah.
Gardens Phoenix over here.
And look, if you need a graphic design, I know you do it for yourself, but you said you hate it.
Right, yeah.
My guy.
I ain't gonna disrespect her like that.
Listen, but look, this.
That might be like asking the producer to produce something for him.
Listen, bro. But like she said she don't like to do it. I gotta plug in with.
But no, for real, like, if I were to get tattoos, I would definitely let the tattoo artist do it. Like, I think that's why I haven't for so long, because I wanted to design my own. But I feel like one of my classmates last year, she's kind of like me, and she was like, she designed her own and she hates it because it's not the style of the artist. And so she was like, that was the worst mistake I ever did. And I was like, I feel that, and I probably would. Because it's like, you go to somebody that you fuck with they work, so let them work.
Right.
So, Yeah, I would definitely let somebody else design it.
I never
Portia, you are a blessing, bro.
Thank you. Y'all are.
You are a blessing, bro. Like this, like I said, man, this whole message.
Yeah.
Like somebody's gonna hear this
and
be like, I want to meet her, or I want her to be my mentor.
Be my esthetician.
Right.
Yeah, come on.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I appreciate you coming out to fuck with us.
I appreciate y'all for inviting me. Seriously. I appreciate you, Tellus, for shouting me out.
You know what I mean?
Shout out that boy.
Shout out that boy.
He told me. I was just like, I'm mad you got invited for me, but whatever.
Hey man, it was needed.
Yeah.
It was needed because like you got a story and you got to tell your story, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You gotta like don't be scared. Next time,
right.
hit that person up.
Right. Okay.
Hit that person up because you
For
never
real.
know, man. You never know where this story gonna not only take you, but it's where this story is going to take the next person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
true.
like
Propel others to greatness.
And honestly, that's okay. So I went on this whole like. My Instagram name used to be Posy Portia because like I used to really try to send out positive messages. Like that helped me feel better. For real, that really got me through my days sometimes. And so like people really used to DM me like your tweets, man, or like your videos, like I fuck with it, like you really be saying some good shit. And I'm like, I really be talking to myself, but thank you. I really be talking to myself. Like, it's literally no agenda behind it. And I feel like sometimes one of my homies, he be hitting me up and he be like, so when you getting back to it? And I'm just like, I mean, I don't got nothing to say right now. Like, I really don't. And I feel like once I start forcing it, once I start scheduling, then it's fake. It's fake for me.
it got to be authentic.
It has to be authentic. And then it's like when I have a message, I always look ugly. I always look a hot mess. And then I be trying to like, okay, let me at least put my hair together. And then by the time I get done, it's gone.
Yeah.
Like I don't have nothing to
The
say.
message ain't even the same.
It's not. It's too rehearsed. It's like, okay, this is fake. So
Let me get my ring light ready.
right, exactly. No, for real. And so it's like I'm trying to get over that too because it's like I guess, you know, to a certain extent, that part of me gives a fuck, you know? And so it's like, I'm hindering myself, I'm hindering other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, growing up in church, I forgot what it's called, but it's basically like, when God gives you something and you hold it in, like, you're not using it. So it's like, kind of like a sin almost, but it's like, you have to let it out because he's using you. God is using you to deliver a message or whatever the case may be. And so it's like, me making a post could really save somebody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not doing it. So it's like disobedience in a way.
You know. Yes. Yes. But I think that's why people gravitate and that why Cardi B is so important and she's so big because it's been plenty of times Shawty done got on that camera and was like, look, I got something to say. Yeah. But it wasn't about her appearance. You know what I'm saying? It was about the depth of what she had to say.
Right.
Yeah.
The message.
Right.
It don't matter what you look like.
And that's like Tabitha Brown. I love her. She my auntie. And like she does the same thing.
Look
I mean, I feel like I've been on this, but I feel like that's what made me like her and gravitate towards her because she like dead ass, our lives mirror each other. And that's so weird because I don't really be on that fan groupie shit for like celebrities or famous people. That's just not my style. But like she's the only person I could say like, damn, like that's me. Like the stuff she's been through, like she's transparent, like some of the stuff she's been through, like I've been through the exact same thing. And I just be like, dang, like this is so weird how much I relate to this lady, but like we act alike.
So you still a vegan?
No, sometimes I need to get back right, but
I seen you had your vegan
right, I did, but I'm a what is it? They said a flexitarian, where sometimes I eat vegan, sometimes I eat pork, sometimes I eat chicken. But
you know what Mia said? A Eat a veggie burger with bacon. Shout out to Kitchen 222.
That is pointless. Not a veggie burger with bacon.
Look, hey man,
bacon bits on it.
Oh my God.
She told us straight up, do not judge her.
Right. I mean, I feel like people get so caught up with trying to be one way.
Right.
You can do whatever you want to do. Like, you don't have to just, if you want to eat bacon today, fuck it, eat it. Yeah. Life is short. I think for me, I don't feel like, I mean, this shit matters what you do here, but it don't. Like, life is so temporary. In the grand scheme of
things, right. Yes, everything has an expiration date.
Everything has an expiration date, and I feel like it's just so much more after this. Like, we doing the prep work now. We trying to live good lives. We trying to influence other people. We just trying, but at the end of the day, we all gonna be in the same place eventually. You know what I'm saying? And so, who cares if you eat bacon? Who cares?
But you was only promised two things, bro. And that was life, and that's when you got here, and that's death. Right. Whatever you
also
got.
A functioning cardiovascular system, brother. That's one thing God promised you. I'm sorry.
You know, seriously. But do you?
Do you?
That's the message.
That's the message. Do you?
You wanna eat that cheeseburger? You eat that cheeseburger.
That shit.
You wanna eat swine belly, man.
You wanna eat that salad? that vegetarian wrap?
Hey man.
Fuck it up.
Fuck it up.
Do you? Don't let others persuade you in not doing you.
Right.
Drink water in between doing you.
Yeah, but it's different though, man. Like, it's different because some people get persuaded into doing shit that, yes, in the, I guess, the small, big picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I say that because the big picture is healthy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's eating right, whether it's working out, whether it's just whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the small picture, that's not you, and you're not happy.
Exactly. You're forcing yourself. And honestly, I mean, I tried being vegetarian before. I did a 30-day vegan this year, but in 2018, like, I had decided, I'm like, I want to be a vegetarian. That shit lasted 2 weeks. It lasted 2 weeks. Yeah. And I just was struggling. Like, it was a struggle for me. But I wasn't ready. I don't think it was for me. Yeah. Right. And it just doing stuff just to be doing it. And I feel like a lot of people out here, I say this about niggas because, you know what I mean, I talk to females too, women. We talk to women too, but like men, I feel like I have more intimate conversations with guys. Yeah. And so it's like, it's a lot of niggas out here that's lost. It's a lot of niggas out here that's lost. Right. It's a lot. And it's sad to me because it's like, I'm very purpose driven and I want everybody to find their purpose, but I have to understand that people don't know. Mm-hmm. And that's scary for me because it's like, you just out here. You have no direction. You have no end goals. You have no aspirations in life. And it's like you ain't trying to find out or search deep within yourself or whatever. Mm-hmm. Confide in whoever you need to confide in to figure it out. And so it's like, that's scary to me.
A lot of times it's environment. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, they don't... Me and him was talking about it a while back. Especially as far as, like, black people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We don't see the greater good in things, and so if all you know is the projects, or if all you know is low income housing, all you know is you know, shit is fucked up. Yeah. You know, that's all you gonna want. Right. Yeah. Nothing. You can't see no further than
that brick wall.
That's it. The bricks.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't see no further than that. That's why people are in that cycle, and you know they have babies. Their babies is in that. They teaching their kids what
Survival.
they've been.
It's
right.
survival, very much so.
Survival of the project.
Survival.
Which is very much necessary, but how can you expect somebody to project past that?
Right.
If they've never seen past that.
Right. That's true.
So,
I just be wanting people to get it. And it's like...
But sometimes that, and I'm sorry for cutting you off.
It's okay.
Sometimes, my big brother, you know, he taught me a long time ago, because I was just like you. You know what I'm saying? Still is. Like, I was, you know, having my rude talks and having my 10 feet conversations or you know, doing the whole motivational speaking thing and stuff. And I was the motivator for a lot of people.
Right.
But he would...
me.
Get off the treadmill. But he would oftentimes tell me, like, Wayman, everybody not ready for the message.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. My mom, she had to sit me down and tell me the same thing, because it's like, if I fuck with you and I see that you are going in the wrong direction, I mean, I'm not going to say I'm doing everything I can, literally like giving you money and stuff like that, but I care about you and I'm talking to you, I'm spending time with you, just checking on you, checking in with you, you know what I'm saying? I had one friend, she's like, honestly, one of my oldest friend, she got caught up in like drugs and shit, you know, prostitution and stuff like that. And it's like, why would I turn my back on her? You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't wake up and be like, damn, I'm gonna do cocaine today just to do it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's always something. And with her, I just talk to her. Yeah. And my mom, she hates it. Because, we smoke weed. But it's like, girl, that's all I'm doing. You ain't got to worry about that shit. Yeah. But it's like, she's just like, you can't save everybody. It's big gas! But nah. She's like...
I need for Gumbo to say it. The big gas pack.
Big gas. No. I'm afraid you on that word. Shout out to the FDA.
Okay.
And on the light, man.
But yeah, she was like, you can't save everybody. And I feel like that was the first time, like, man, maybe I do try to, you know, be that crutch for people, be there for them, you know, like, even my dad, like, he went through his whole, I don't know what the fuck he was going through. Maybe it was a midlife crisis, but that nigga was tripping. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I really am always that person to try to use logic and just talk to people to figure out what's going on, trying to talk to them to motivate them. Like, I don't know, that's just always been my role. Like, even when people arguing, like, I'm not finna let you fuck up your life. Like, if my friend fighting, I'm sorry, I'm not jumping in. I'm going to talk you down because you got shit going on. Yeah. And I'm not finna let you fuck yourself up like that.
You're
like,
a friend. Exactly.
I care about you. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this shit is stupid. And I'm the friend that's in your face, like, what the fuck? Like, for real, that's me. And so I've always been like that, and I don't know, I just feel responsible in a sense. But you can't save everybody, and everybody's not ready. They got to be on their own terms, and I realized that even with my friend, because it's just like, I'm telling you what to do. Yeah. I'm telling you what worked for me, but they got to want that shit.
And like you said earlier, what worked for you may not work for them.
Right. Facts.
Do you wish somebody would have been that person?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like... parents be pissed that I said this, but I feel like I raised myself, like, for real. Mentally, I feel like I did. And I just don't feel like I've ever had that person that I could just go to and talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like, my parents, they were great, you know, but they were very much into church, so they had to be leaders there. And so a lot of people pulled on them to, you know, be a leader in the church. So I felt like I didn't have that, I guess, vulnerable relationship or intimate relationship with my parents because they weren't available, you know? And, like, me and my brother, we, like, 5 years apart. So I'm, like, he graduated a year early. So he graduated high school. I'm in 6th grade. So it's like
there's no connection.
Yeah,
we ain't got nothing in common.
Yeah, exactly. And we like day and night for real. But that's my nigga. You know, we cool now. But like, yeah, I just didn't have those connections. So a lot of the times I would figure shit out on my own. When I moved out, like honestly, I felt like I ain't know shit. I learned so much in such a little time. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, yeah.
I feel you on that. There's a lot of people out there raising themselves.
Right.
Lost. No sense of direction.
For real. You just know what you're supposed to do. Well, you know what you're not supposed to do. And you just trying to do what you can to, like, make niggas proud. But that's...
A lot of times, that, though, that's even something in, like, making niggas proud. Because I'm sure, no knocking to your parents, because I don't know them.
Right.
But, like, you being an esthetician wasn't in the cards.
My mom was disappointed. My mom was very much disappointed, and she was very honest about it. When I dropped out of school, she was pissed. When I told her I wanted to be an esthetician, like,
probably borderline shitted on you.
Yeah.
You probably felt like that.
Yes. Absolutely. Deadass. And I felt like it was something that was looked down on, like, oh, beauty, trade, blah, 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 like, okay.
All out of ignorance.
All
they
out
don't
of
know.
Ignorance. And I'm just like, baby.
Take that trade anywhere.
Right, facts. And I'm just like, girl.
Trade
I'm gonna pop my shit. I can make in like an hour what you make in a day.
Let them know. But you know, you not always gonna get that support, man.
Right. And
you shouldn't seek that gratification.
Right. And I feel like a lot of people, that bothers me about other entrepreneurs, honestly, because they'll get on social media crying about who's not supporting them, throwing temper tantrums and stuff like that. And I'm like, so what you doing this for? Is it for people to acknowledge you? Is it for the attention? What is it really for? Because you up here, okay, it's like 200,000 people in Columbus. I have like 1,000 people on Facebook. If people not liking my status, maybe I need to go off Facebook. It's like hella other people here. Like, do your research. Like, figure it out. Like, it's not a wake up and you just booked for the week. No. Like, no. Even now, like, I don't be booked weeks out. I haven't been booked, like, fully booked yet.
It just comes as it goes.
Yes, it comes as it goes. I'm not crying about it. If you see me crying on social media, please slap me. About getting some money or about a business type shit, please slap me. Because I hate that shit. I'm like, you're not going to make it, baby.
I feel like sometimes it can't, not sometimes, it is attention seeking.
It is.
And you are looking for gratification.
You looking for that pat on the back. And it's like, pat your own stuff on the back. Like, hustle harder.
Phoenix told you.
Phoenix said it.
You heard it. You seen the tag. Speaking into existence.
Phoenix said, get up off your ass.
Let me go look and see what I can find about this tattoo.
But man, this is one of the longest pods.
We approaching it.
Okay.
We approaching it.
Good talks. Good gas. I'm just playing.
Good gas.
I want to ask something different. If you were in our shoes, what's the question that you would have asked yourself?
I ain't good at asking questions now.
This nigga be his. Bro. Nigga be shooting for half court.
Shooting from the hip.
Nah, for real. Like, I'm gonna say this, and then you can answer your question.
Okay, I'm gonna think about it while you talk.
Man, it's gonna come out, but we was interviewing this artist, bruh, and I can't remember what the fuck he asked, but I just had to look at this man like, he was like, oh yeah, we're potting now.
What?
He was like, that wasn't on your notes. Nah, shut that from the hip.
like the DJ Envy of the group. Them random questions.
Nah. No knock to them, but we no. Anyway, I'm really when it comes to this.
Yeah.
We just had a conversation before you left.
Yeah.
And it was like, bro, you don't go to that for this. I'm like, bro, I understand that. I just really feel like we're better than everybody.
Right. Please feel that way.
But
I feel that way.
As you should.
As y'all should.
I just feel like we better than everybody. Like you can put whoever in that chair.
People hate. I do like y'all interviewing like style. Like I really do. It's more conversational. I've done other interviews and niggas really be talking about themselves. And I just be like, am I the guest? Right. What's good?
Yeah.
Nah.
But yeah, I forgot what I was about to say though.
The question was, what would you ask yourself if you was in our shoes?
What would I ask myself? So what's next? What's next? What's next? I'm finna take over the motherfucking world. I really am. I'm definitely finna get into this nail game. I feel like that's what's missing from my life because I don't really do artistic stuff much.
Right.
And I really feel like that would be really good for me. Because I can be artistic and I can make money. So yeah, that's why I'm really excited about that. I took a nail class this weekend and I'm honestly a natural. Like I cried after I left the class because it's just like literally everything just came full circle for me. So I'm really excited about that. And but I probably will be moving to Atlanta sometime next week. I mean, not next week, next year.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Super hard, man.
How we normally end off the show. Because we obviously can sit here and talk
Right.
all day. Right. But how we normally end off the show is a top 5. I want Wayne to give it to you though.
You want me the normal way, the OG way? OG?
Well, it's on you, G.
It's
on you. You want to do OG way? Do OG way. If you don't, then
we can do OG way. You said you mainly focus fuck with the female artists. So you can just give us your top 5.
I'm a ratchet. So, top 5 ever, or my top 5. Right now, Megan, Flo Millie is hard. Who else? I honestly always will fuck with Nicki Minaj. She's a legend to me.
Onika.
you got 2 spots.
I know. Everybody else, I just listen to their music.
Rhapsody ain't nowhere near that.
Listen, that's you.
She gon'
that's your list.
She gonna know who Rhapsody is.
Hey, man.
That's your list, sir. I don't know. SZA.
Okay.
That's my girl.
Rhapsody. DJ got a list worse than Charlamagne, bro. This man said Rhapsody. Rhapsody with Tigger?
Right.
You got 2 more.
I said SZA.
Oh, SZA? Okay.
SZA is a favorite. And I like Janae too. I'll go with Janae.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
Can't even knock it.
Well, Portia.
Yes.
We appreciate you for coming.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
This was a really, really great experience.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Got to do it again.
Yes.
And this concludes this fine episode of Free Gems Network. I do got a real bad list.
You trying to mutter this?